Hello guys, I'm at NKWAN right here on the stretch going to Boche. NKWAN is located at My Hut, and it is a nice eatery in the Boche enclave that you will love to be here. Now they serve a lot of delicacies, but would want to go to their kitchen and then have the basic view or the beginning of how the food is done. We are considering the hygiene, we are considering the kind of meat, we are considering the variety of soup they have. And so I would want you to follow me as African Food Network takes you to a tour to NKWAN. Okay, so now we are at NKWAN and then we are at their kitchen. This is where the magic is being done for the food to be readily served whenever you visit their premises right here. It's around. And so we would want to talk to the lady briefly. There is something going on the fire here, and I would want to know what exactly she is preparing. I think this is the preparatory stage, and this is where the soups and then every secret ingredient is being put together for you to get the superb taste you would want to have whenever you visit NKWAN. As the name says, NKWAN. So NKWAN simply means you souping soup, all kind of soup. We are not giving you any restrictions or any limitations. And so today we are moving straight to the fire. BBC Jana Sunti, I say, I na you who's in a city. In Timpacho, we now we no we near then. NKWAN. Okay. Now didn't cut any gum. So she's giving a chronological sequence of how the whole soup is being done, and this is the groundnut soup. Groundnut soup is basically made from groundnut paste, secret ingredients such as pepper and other ingredients which are very necessary. But the meat we have in this soup right now is something we call kotodwe. The kotodwe is simply cow feet. Yes, cow feet. So it is steamed. It is passed through a certain process. They will add their secret ingredients before they finally add it to the final soup you are seeing here. And so this is the final recipe that you are seeing. So it looks very nice, very colorful. And I'm just wondering how it will taste after it's done. For that, we will give you the taste when we are tasting the food. So as you can see, this is the groundnut soup that we are seeing here. So please, you can even come closer to give us a close pictorial view of how the soup looks in the basin. Intestine. Okay, so she's mixing something to here. So, Madam Pacho, what's here then?
Light soup, dry fish.
Dry fish?
Yeah.
Okay. Dry fish, not fresh fish.
Dry.
Okay, so this is for dry fish. For people who are very particular about their health, they would want to go with dry fish. You see, that one, it has less fat in it. The fat is burned because as a result of the roasting of the meat or the fish. Now, this is the recipe they use in doing the dry fish soup, because there are people who are very particular about their health. They don't want excess cholesterol in their system, and so they are managing their diet. If you are such a person, when you come to NKWAN, there's something great for you. And I think the good one you can go with is the dry fish soup. And so the one you are seeing here is the secret recipe before they put the dry fish inside. It's made from garden eggs, tomatoes, pepper, ginger. Wow, okay. Oh, so there is ginger in there. Wow, to give you a very nice feel. So as you can see, very colorful. Has that reddish and then the orange color. And you can see oil also on top of it. I think I would give all this one a try because Yabas and Kwani there, we have come to taste all the foods. So we are moving to the next one. Okay, so let's go to the palm nut soup. There's a palm nut soup here. And so, wow. For this one, you can see it's very red. Palm nut soup made from palm fruits. It goes through a process. The palm nut base is extracted, and then secret ingredients are attached to it to also form the palm nut soup. Now, in what we have on the fire as at now, I can see some chopped garden eggs in it, and then this is the base that you are having. And I think, okay. Okay, so okay, so she's saying that it is made from some their secret ingredients, and then they have a bit of ginger, they have a bit of pepper, they have a bit of some secret recipes, onions are inside, and mind you, they've put some fish also in there. So in preparing the soup, you would have to add some basic fish that will give it a nice feel before you add your secondary meat and then the other meat you would want to add into the soup. This is the palm nut soup made from palm fruit. And so as you can see, this is how it is. Let me try and see if I can also make something for you to know how it is. So, oh, it's not difficult. It's not difficult. There's a lot of oil on it. There's a lot of oil in it. Because palm fruit is naturally where we get oil. So this is the amani, that's what we call it. It is a dry fish. It can also be used for the those who are particular about their health, because this one has no cholesterol in it because all the fat has been taken away as a result of the roasting. It's also good in palm nut soup. It gives you a very nice feel. And what you are seeing here are chopped garden eggs. But madam, na we know the garden eggs no. I won't quite my DNA. Oh, okay. So as part of so as part of garnishing and also giving it a certain taste, because garden eggs is known of its scent, and then when it's in food, it gives it a feel which you cannot get from other soups, and so that is how it is. And so garden eggs is added to give it a superb taste and a superb feel. And she's saying that other people also like it in their soup. So when they come and garden eggs is not in it, it is the magic for them. It turns them away. So the garden eggs is more like a secret ingredient and a recipe that also attracts people. Yeah. So we want to move to the next one. Okay. So now you would wonder if you visit a restaurant or a local eating bay like this, there is one food you cannot do without: fufu. It is a preserve of every Ghanaian. At least it's cut across, even though it's a delicacy from the people from the Ashanti region, to be very specific. It is a food that has grown to attract a lot of love and interest from all people from all walks of life. Anybody visits Ghana and he or she would want to taste fufu, because if you are in Ghana and you do not taste fufu, then you've not come to Ghana. So we would want to give you where it starts from. Fufu is basically made from cassava. Now the cassava is peeled, it's boiled, so we would want you to have a feel of the way it is on the fire. And you know, so this is the cassava on the fire. So he's opening it. It has a little bit of heat, so we would want to be a little bit careful here. Okay, so this is the covering, so that it gets all of it gets to be done at a good proportion. That is why you see that these coverings are on it, because of the way the basin is big. If the covering is like this, all of the cassava gets to be done at an apportionate proportion. That is why you see the cassava. So we would want to open it so that you have a look at the way it is here. Okay, in Timpacho, bit maybe so kakramai. Bit maybe so kakramai. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. So as you can see, this is cassava, and the fufu is made basically with cassava and plantain. So what you are seeing here on top, the yellow ones are the plantain, and the white ones you can see inside is the cassava. Kindly forgive us, there's a lot of steam and heat here, so if you are not able to see it well, I feel you'll be able to see, so let's just manage. And so what you can see on top is the plantain, and then the white ones are the cassava. So fufu comes about with a combination of a cassava and plantain, or either cocoyam. But in here they use the cassava because the plantain, because that is the generally used ones, and that is what almost everybody likes. And so that is why you are seeing it here. It will have to be boiled for almost 30 to 25 minutes, if I'm not mistaken, to get everything done before it is moved to the pounding section. And so this is the genesis or the beginning of how fufu is being done. So this is one of the core ingredients that we use in preparing fufu. So let's move to the next one. Now we are moving to other meat and other fish which are used. But before we go, let's go to the banku because I have the banku just behind me. Banku too is something that you cannot do without. So please follow me. Let's go. Wow. So guys, we are now looking at some of the meat and the variety of fishes that are used in preparing food right here in Sankwan. Now, what Auntie Sankwan usually, as we call it, so she is the CEO and so as you can see, she is involved in the process in preparing the food. She wants the hygiene to be at its order, her secret ingredients, she's also here around to make sure everything is done. Now, this is the catfish or the akosombo as locally called. Now, what she's holding in her left palm is banku. Banku is made from maize and then cassava dough. But she is saying that what she's doing right now is a cleaning process. Usually, these fish, the catfish, goes through smoking process. And as a result, there are other dead particles which remain on it as a result of the roasting, when it's being roasted on fire. It's being smoked, sorry. And so she's saying that the banku will take out every particle. As you can see, it's very dirty now because it is picking every stone and every smaller particles into the banku before she washes it. So as you can see, this is the cleaning stages. So that is why she's doing what she's doing. So this is the cleaning stage for it. This is catfish, as you can see. Yes, catfish, which is smoked, neatly smoked. It will taste very nice when it's used in the palm nut soup and other soups. And so she's cleaning it. So as you can see, basically that's what's here. Yeah. In Zimbabwe, you see, I'm BBA dead and BBA free. So as you can see, there is that. So she says it's the cleaning process. Would you wash it again? Okay. Oh, okay. So it isn't that the banku will clean it totally. After that, she washes it in clean water too. And so that is what basically she's doing. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Means the nam way and nama who do be so how they are. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. 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 So as she has cleaned all the dirt for me, she's now washing it in water to make sure that it's neatly clean, because these fishes usually have a bit of smaller particles of dirt, or let's say stones, because of naturally where they come from, they are in the sea. And so these cleaning processes are very expedient to let you have a nice taste whenever it's in your mouth and in the soup, so that you wouldn't mistakenly have to bite any smaller pieces of stone, yeah, when you are eating. Nampacho, we see then? Salmon. Okay, so this is fresh fish. As you can see, these are fresh fish that will be used in the soup. It is neatly chopped, as you can see, very nice. Very nice and neatly chopped. Neatly chopped. So she would also from here also clean it and add it to the soup. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Okay. So we are sending it now onto the fire. Okay. So she's about adding some her secret ingredient to it. So what she's adding is pepper, green pepper, locally called in pap. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Okay. So she is going to add the soup to it. Earlier I told you this is some of the secret ingredient they use, made from garden eggs, tomato puree, local tomato, ginger, and then many more. Hey.
It is special. It be very special. Queen.
Okay, so this is beef. Okay, so this is beef, and actually she's striking it or hitting knife because the meat is naturally hard, and so you would need to hit it this way to be able to soften it when it's on fire, when it goes into the soup, so that whenever you buy it, you'll be at liberty to be able to chew, because it's naturally hard. So that's why she's hitting it and striking it to chop it into smaller pieces. And then it's also, you can't say you will do an okra stew without a beef. It's an error. That one is an error. You need to have beef in it. And so that is why you are seeing her chop it into smaller pieces. Oh, okay. That's nice. That's nice. And the beef looks naturally nice. Has that nice orange and then white texture. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Hey, any nkruma no mo de niema bebre na ye o. Ase nkruma no mo nam ne do so pa.
Omo di pa mo pe. Omo pe ni say ni ti. First ni enye bebre by the way omo pe ni ti. Say the ye ni ama ye ni bebre.
Oh, okay. So she's giving us, she's saying that there's a lot of people who like the okra stew as a result of its taste and then the variety of meat you see in it. So initially they were not doing it in large quantity, but because people are craving for it, they now do it in large quantity so that whenever you pass by Sankwan, that is the name, you will get everything. Trust me, you get everything. So far, I'm very impressed with what I have seen so far. Now, another ingredient that we cannot do without, we cannot do without is one ingredient we call yemadie. Yemadie is the intestine that holds some private part or makeup in a goat, a cow, and then so on and so forth. We like it. We as Ghanaians, we like it. The yemadie, yes, we like it. Okay. Okay. Now, Auntie Sankwan is making us understand that this in an animal basically is where all deaths or unwanted particles which are stored in the belly of every animal or every living creature. Now, because we like this and it's good in preparing soups and stews and then those so on, it needs a thorough cleaning process, a very thorough cleaning process. Either than that, you will end up having a lot of sand and unwanted particles in here. And so these meat is left in water for a number of days or for a while, and then they wash it like as you are washing clothes, because you need to get all particles, smaller particles out. This is where this mesh is where every dirt is kept in an animal. And so it needs a thorough wash to clean it off every kind of dirt, smaller particles and unwanted pieces. And so she's saying that it is being washed. We will take you there for you to see how it's being done. But now it has been cleaned, and then she's chopping them. She says that after it is chopped and cut into the sizes she wants, they clean it again so that it will be off every unwanted impurities, and it will be good for consumption. Because this one, I'll taste it. When I'm tasting it, I'll remind you when it's ready. Yeah, it tastes very good. Wow. And we know which trying to say now, but what you're saying, okay. Mind you, it's not also very expensive. As she's chopping it as big as it is, a piece is 5 Ghana cedis when it's ready. So this is the genesis, and when it's ready, I'll remind you, I'll let you know. The intestine. Yes, the intestine. Yes. Some people do not like it, but others also like it. And so it goes through a lot of cleaning process, and when it's done, yes, because of the dirt, that is why people do not like it. That's what she's saying. But after it's clean, trust me, you would love it. You would enjoy it. Okay. So far, we are at the kitchen of Sankwan. This is an eatery that you'll find on the Boche stretch when you're going to Boche. And we will go to their setting where they sell their food. It is a nice setup place, and you eat from the bowl, you eat from the earthenware if you want, and you can also eat from a bowl. I will try eating from an earthenware today so that I'll give you the local, continental, preserved legacy of a true African. We are Quine, and then we are giving you the preparatory stages their food go through. Okay. So now we are giving you, wow, this is full chicken. So what you are seeing here is the full chicken. Mind you, she is saying that the chicken is being slaughtered by themselves because they do not want frozen chicken which have been in the fridge for a longer period of time. They are thinking about our health, and so they slaughter it themselves, refrigerate it. And so if in a day they are using about 50 30 pieces, they take it out, and then they clean it and then chop it. And so she's about cutting it. It's neatly cleaned. This is full chicken for you. Let's have a look at the process it goes through in the chopping process. Hey, auntie, why are you doing that?
Mommy, I Mommy, walk.
Oh, okay. Anywhere no use work. Oh, okay. So she says she hails from the eastern region, and then she was introduced to this food business by her mom. Because if you look at the way she's chopping it, it with ease. That's why the same. She has done it with ease, and she's saying that it's because she's done the business for a longer period of time. Her mother introduced her to it. It was a family business in the eastern region in Ghana, one of the regions in Ghana, and now she has come to the greater Accra region to expand their tentacles in the food business. And so, as you can see, she's chopping the full chicken. Wow. It's nice. And she's doing it herself. She has about 10 workers here that she works with, and then she's rightly involved in preparation of the food. She says that a food cannot be best if good supervision is not given, because every individual, every kitchen has its secret ingredients and the way they go about their cooking. And so you do not leave it for people to just do it. She's always around to supervise and to be involved in the process, as you can see. They are doing it in a very hygienic place. You cannot see any house flies and then any insects here. Very hygienic environment. And so trust me, I'm calling you, wherever you are, Sankwai on the Boche stretch is a good place for you to be. We will leave their contact there when we are tasting the food and give you their GPS location. Pass by and then have a taste of the meal, and then you will never regret. So she's still chopping the chickens here. It's a full chicken that she's chopping. Yeah. We would want to quickly go to how they clean it. So we're just giving you just a short overview. And say, we would want you to you clean it. I told you I will bring you to how the intestine is being cleaned. As a result of it being the holding of the unwanted, let's say the unwanted particles, which we usually take out of every meat or every animal that we slaughter. It has a lot of particles that is not needed. It has been refrigerated, and so it will be left in the water for the eyes to leave it before they wash it. We would want it to go through the way it is washed. I told you it is clean as the way we wash clothes, and then they strenuously clean it off every dirt and every particle before it is being chopped, as we saw earlier. And so she's cleaning it for us to know the way it's done. Oh, okay. Into be from you take everything from it. Wow. Today be every day, that's how you do it. Then it takes time. Wow. So patience is needed if you want to taste this particular meat. And so she's cleaning it. So in cleaning it, you would want to also be in a hurry because food is prepared with time. And so sometimes a lot of people put hands in it to make sure it is done well. The way it is. Okay, so as I told you, it is washed like you are washing a cloth because you want to take it every dirt off it. Oh, okay. That's nice. Okay, so it won't be washing only this water as you are seeing here. It will go through about 3 processes. They wash it for about 3 times before it finally ends in the basin where the soup will be. Now the next one is the chicken, the full chicken. I told you they slaughter it themselves. So time is taken to take away the excess feathers from it. So that is what you can see that these women are doing. They are taking off the excess from the full chicken. So that is what they are doing before it is chopped. Wow. So it is a great deal of work they do here. You do not wonder, you do not think about the processes your food goes through before it ends in your belly or in your mouth. So these are some of the difficulties or the processes that every caterer or a cook would have to carefully go through before the final consumption is being done. And so that is what we are doing here. Now we are moving to the rice balls. Let's move to the process it goes through. So you can follow me as we go. I told you a lot of delicacies that are served here at the kitchen or the restaurant of Sankwai. We told you we'll bring you an exclusive of how it's being done. Now what you see here is the rice ball. Rice ball is made from rice. So it's being boiled and then in here, a lot of water is added because we want it to be very soft so that it will be rolled into smaller balls for you. So please, you can capture it so that we see it. Intente, we need omutu now. Locally, it's called omutu. That is the name, omutu, and it's called rice ball. So as you can see, the rice has been on fire for a while now. It's very soft, like rice puree, but not up to the degree of a rice puree because we want it to be a little bit thicker. So as you can see, she's mixing it and turning it to be able to get a desired outcome. So that's what she's doing. Intente, the omone would be apart from the rice. So just the rice and water. Oh, okay. Okay, so just the rice and the water. Okay, so you put it under an operated degree of heat so that it will be able to cook well for you to get the desired outcome. So that's what she's saying. Oh, okay. So it's after this that it will be neatly scooped out and then into rounder granular balls, round balls. Now let's move to the cassava and the plantain. Now it's done and it has been poured into a basin. It has been poured into a basin. So now come and have a look at the way it is. Wow. A lot of heat. A lot of heat. It is cooked. So it is cooked. And so this is how it is. It's hot. I would want to taste it at this juncture. They are saying that you can taste it. You can even eat it like this with stew or with any secret ingredient you want, soup or something. There are people who even serve it like this. But this is what is used in preparing fufu. This is what is used in preparing fufu. It tastes very nice. Let me give you a try. Wow. It's very nice. Very soft. Very soft. It's like yam. It tastes very good. Wow. Oh, okay. So this is the cassava and the plantain, as you can see there. Yes. Used for fufu. Used for fufu. Used for fufu. So we are moving to the chopped cow skin and then the beef that were chopped earlier. And so this is the secret ingredient it goes through before it is cooked, the cooking process. So they've added their ginger, their tomato puree and secret ingredient. Because I told you earlier that the beef takes a while to be cooked as as a result of its tough tendency or hard tendency, it has to be cooked here for it to become softer before it is finally moved into the final soup. So this is what they are doing here. There's a lot of heat here. There's a lot of heat here. Now we are moving to almighty banku. We are moving to the banku. As I told you earlier, you can't also go to any restaurant or any eatery in Ghana, which is local and it's soup based, that you won't get banku. Banku is basically made from cassava and then maize, cassava dough and maize. It is mixed, it goes through a stage, and then as it's on the fire, there is a lady who will turn it and make sure it becomes very solid from the liquid stage so that we get the solid round balls that we usually take. And so this is how it's being done. It's very huge in a big basin, and it is a lady that is turning it. Wow. So she does it every blessed day. It takes a lot of energy. As you can see the way she's turning it. It takes a lot of energy to do it. A lot of energy. In Timpacho, when the basis is saying, and Sana Bay. 2 hours. 2 hours. Wow. So, as you see it on fire, it takes almost 2 to be ready. If you are wondering how your banku is prepared, this is how it does. It goes through this stage and takes 2 good hours before it's ready. Wow, my God. So when you go to an eatery and you see it neatly ready and then it's being served, don't think it's just a small joke. 2 good hours on fire with energy being exerted to turn it for it to come into the outcome we want. And so as you can see, let me see if I can turn. Wow. No, I can't. It's not easy. We wouldn't want it to fall because there's a technique in using to do it. I thought I would be able to turn it, but trust me. So people who do this work also use a lot of energy. They exert a lot of energy. And so we need to even celebrate and commend them. So we are still at the kitchen of sankwan. Sankwan is a local dialect which simply means you should scoop soup, or you should drink soup or something. And then it is an eatery which serves you with a lot variety of delicacies. We have banku, we have ball rice, we have kokonte, we have fufu, we have a lot. And then with different soups that are used as an accompaniment in this restaurant. And so we are in their kitchen and we are giving you the beginning stages of how these meals are being prepared. As usual, my name is Anajanim Dennis, and this is the African Food Network. We will continue to bring you exclusives of happenings in the CHOPBAR. Now we are moving to the next. Now, so let's go. Be with me. Oh, okay. So this is live soup made from goats, right? Goat meat. And so this is the secret ingredients, and this is how it goes. And so, okay. So they use tomato puree in this process. There's a secret ingredient there. There is the garden eggs, the yellow ones you see. And I'm patcho. Okay. So what we see inside is the intestine and then the goat meat. And so that is what they are doing. And this is ginger that she's adding. Ginger and then onion. Oh, okay. So this is ginger and then onion. So the goat soup is what you are seeing here. Wow. Very colorful. The tomato puree, the secret ingredient, the garden eggs, the intestine, the onion, and then she's still adding. No, so she's now adding the ginger. Oh, okay. She's now adding the ginger. So this is the process the goat soup also goes through or passes through before it is ready. Wow. In fact, being in the kitchen is not easy. It is no small joke. It is one that needs technical eye and then technical calibrations, because mind you, you can't just add just anything. What she's adding now is pepper. She has just added pepper. Now she has just added pepper. She has just added pepper, which is grounded. Yeah. So as I was saying earlier, you need a technical eye and then a well-calculated makeup to be able to do this meal. You don't just add anything at any time. There is a process and there is a way it's being done. So please, you can let it go on the fire. Yes. Okay. as a result of how transparent they are and how neat and hygienic their processes, they do not care if an outsider would want to come and have a look at their cooking process and how everything is done. We began with you, and then we've shown you around and the way the food is done. Whenever they put anything on fire, they clean the basin and cover it to prevent any external factor from entering. Again, as you can see, the way they are scooping everything out and they are dishing their meals out to be served outside. It is done very neatly and very in hygienic condition. The bowls and then they are particular about what they use here. So when you come to NKWAN, you are assured of a hygienic and a good setting. And as I told you, the supervision is on point. She's here instructing them, no, don't do it this way, do it this way, because everybody has a way he or she prepares his meal. And then the preparatory stage would have an effect on the outcome or how the food will taste. And so as you can see, they do take orders, they take delivery, they do delivery. And so wherever you are for every occasion, funeral, wedding, and anything, just give them a pre-notice, and then they are ready to serve you with any number, anything you want. They are ready to serve you, meet you at your convenience, and then let you have your ceremony with ease. And so we are still on the ball rise, and so we will continue to bring you exclusive feeds when they are happening. My name is NKWAN, and this is African Food Network.